Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play EVE Online. And before we get into here, I just want to say I did get another quote-unquote anonymous donation. It's not quite as anonymous as you guys think. But anyways, yeah, I did get another donation even though it didn't show up on the screen there. That's because I had enough ISK to actually buy everything I needed for the Thrasher, including the ship itself. As well as any rigs that I wanted to put on it. I actually had the materials to be able to build them, so I've got those in the oven right now. I put them in just before I went around to check all the prices on the equipment and everything like that. So yeah, ultimately it ended up costing me 14,322,902.81 ISK. So there we go, and obviously you can see the locations of them there, and I've got them all here, and I've already got all the waypoints set up here, so I'm already in my pod here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, head out and pick everything up. I'll head over to 2, I guess it's called, and I'll show you what it's like to get into the Thrasher there, and then I'll go pick everything else off screen, and I'll meet you right back here. And then, alright, so let's get out of here and go pick up the ship, and I'll meet you in 2. Alrighty, we're here, and yeah, just before I'll get into the ship first, and then I'll reveal who the donator was. So yeah, here's the Thrasher itself. Let's assemble it. So, the Thrasher, what's it all about? Well, it's the Minmatar Destroyer, and I do have Destroyer level 5, so, yeah, and all that kind of stuff, so I do get the maximum bonus out of it, but the bonuses on this ship are, it gets a 10% bonus to small turret tracking speed per level, and damage, and 5% for damage as well. But the thing is, with the Destroyers, they automatically, just the roll themselves, they get an automatic 50% bonus to optimal range for small projectile turrets. So that's what makes using artillery cannons on this thing very useful, especially in missions. Generally, autocannons are usually used during missions, or not missions, during PvP or anything like that. So yeah, and even in that, you'd probably want to go over to a saber or something like that. But anyways, let's get in it. And that's what it looks like. Anyways, alright, so the mysterious donor was... load up my journal here. Kursk Anthar, so thank you, sir, and yeah, definitely, this is actually helping me quite a bit. I wasn't expecting any donations whatsoever from you guys, but I mean, who's to say that was a viewer? But anyways, I just managed to get a couple of donations in 2 days kind of thing, so yeah, so thank you for that. Anyways, so I'm going to go head around and start picking up all the other instruments or pieces of equipment. I probably won't. I could probably fly this into the next mission, but it will not be cap stable without these rigs here. So I'll go pick everything up, and then I'll meet you back at Bajeba. Alright, I'm actually not at Bajeba, sorry, but I actually ran into something. Well, first of all, when I was finishing picking up everything for the Destroyer here, I remembered I need ammo, for crying out loud. So I had to buy a bunch of blueprints, so I came over here to pick them up in Asiad. The other 3, I guess, I've already got one on me. I've got a Fusion S blueprint on me, and I picked up a few all the minerals I'll need to make the ammo from Bajeba, and I've got the other blueprints right here. But on the way here, obviously, you can see... Okay, I guess I got to get rid of something here. On the way over, as you can probably see on the left-hand side of the screen there, I ran into an incursion area. What these basically are is just basically... from what I gather, they're kind of like the wormhole space, like a sleeper effects, because every time there's a Sanchez incursion in a constellation, this takes up the entire constellation rather than just the system kind of thing. Anytime they're there, they always have these, I guess, side effects of being there. Like, for instance, turret launcher, drone, and smart bomb damage reduced, shield and armor resistance is reduced, and all that kind of stuff. So it has different effects on the I guess, the whole situation in the systems in that not region, constellation. So I have never done one of these, but I just thought I'd point that out to you. And, well, while I was actually getting everything, this thing's actually just got ready as soon as I got here, pretty much. So I'm just going to head over to Tashmercon Prime to pick these up. I actually need to restart my computer, so I'll throw in the blueprints into the oven again to get the ammo. I'll probably make 10 runs of each, and then I'll restart my computer kind of thing. And I'll probably just, depending on how long will it take? 5 minutes, so 10, so it'll take about an hour. I'll throw them in, and I don't know, maybe I'll just, I'll throw them in, and I'll come back later, after they're done, so that I can actually use this ship in the next mission, because it'll be useful. The mission we'll be going into will have, I think it will run into quite a few enemies or something like that, or there's something special about it. So I'll take care of that, and then I'll meet you back in Bajeba, and we'll go take on the mission that Heshuma offered us. Alright, so I'll see you then. Alright, we're back. I've got all the ammo. Took 40 minutes for each of them, so yeah, anyways, I got them in the cargo hold here, so I might as well pull them out. Alright, now to show you what exactly is on this thing. Well, it's everything that was in the list. I've got 7 250mm light artillery cannon 2s, just to show you what they're like in terms of their specs. The tracking with the bonus that you get from the destroyer is 0.154687, so the tracking on these things tends to be a bit low, but that's where the tracking bonus comes in handy. The accuracy fall-off is almost 11 kilometers, and the optimal range without anything loaded or with just basic ammo loaded is 18.11 kilometers. So this thing can shoot very far. Not only that, but look at the damage modifier, 13.1 times. Basically, this thing, in terms of DPS output, can do, right now with my skills, it can, with short range or high damage ammo, it can do 221 damage per second, which is quite a bit in itself. But the one thing that makes the artilleries really stand out is their Alpha Strike. What the Alpha Strike is, basically, I got it all cleared up in my mind the last time I tried to explain. All the Alpha Strike is basically the damage modifier times the total damage of the ammo type. So let's take a look at the where are we going here? Alright, let's stack them all. There we go. Let's go with EMPS. So 13 times what, that's 12. So even there, it's about 150 damage or so just from one turret, and then you multiply. Then since I've got all 7 of the other that will have the same specs and the same ammo types, just multiply that by 7, and this thing has an Alpha Strike of 1101 damage. So yeah, and if you're wondering how big that is, well, compared to the Punisher, I think the Punisher could do 227 or something like that. So yeah, huge difference. Anyway, so we got to talk to Heshuma here and get this mission out of the way. Break their will. We're going up against the Blood Raiders, so let's set destination. We've discovered sure, I've got something. We've discovered a small repair station in Iba. By itself, this station is no use, but when our patrols scanned the site, they detected pirates in the area. This particular repair station is owned by a local mercenary gang that allows felonious individuals to dock there, and they are therefore aiding and abetting known criminals. I would like you to do us all a favor and remove this repair station from existence. It's not registered in the government's official database, and it's being used to break the law. That is all the information I need to authorize decisive action against it. It may be guarded, so be careful. Yeah, alright, let's accept it. We'll get some pretty decent rewards out of it. So there we go. Alright, we're going up against Blood Raiders, so I want to use EMP because, well, that's what the damage type is. It's got most of the damage is electromagnetic, so let's I'm actually just going to throw it all in the cargo here and then just load it up when I get out. Now this thing, like I said, with the Alpha Strike, these artillery cannons can probably insta-pop pretty much any frigate that comes near it, within range of it. So that's why I am not going to be linking these turrets, even though the rate of fire is less than 5 seconds for each of them. So, yeah. I love artillery cannons.
Warp drive active.
The only time they lose out, in my opinion, in my flavor, is when I get into the apocalypse, and then it can fit like Tech 2 like Scorch Crystals and do like 700 damage per second from 60 kilometers away. Yeah, and when it's fit for damage, it can do nearly 1,000 damage per second, or just over 900 damage per second. Yeah, that's fun to fly as well. I gotta load these up, I guess. Yeah, this thing does have a launcher slot, so I could put, rocket launcher or missile launcher on there. But honestly, this thing is pretty much maxed out. Whoa, hang on, stop. Ah, well, I'm going in there without a tank, so wish me luck. Yeah, let's see what it's like. But yeah, the capacitor control circuits that are in here are just strictly used for this shield, the shield booster. That's the only thing on this machine that actually uses capacitor. These things do not use any capacitor whatsoever, so let's load that up and let's head on in there without a tank. And honestly, could be a very dumb idea on my part, but here we go, considering I just spent over 14 million ISK on this thing. Might as well turn this on right away, because I'm probably going to need it. But yeah, this thing is a shield tank. This will be your first, I guess, introduction from me with regards to a shield tank, so a real shield tank anyway. Yeah, one other difference between shield tanking and armor tanking, like the shield boosters versus the armor repairers. Shield boosters actually repair the shield at the beginning of the cycle. Armor repairers do it at the end of the cycle, so keep that in mind. Alright, yeah, the place we gotta go is actually right in there. I'm glad I can actually see it, because I forgot I've got to add it. There we go. Alright, so let's start moving in here. Yeah, obviously there is no afterburner on this thing, but Minmatar ships tend to be a bit faster than every other race as well. But anyways, that's where the range of these things comes in major handy.